And so one of the reasons I wrote Biodiet here, the book with my wife, Dale Drury, she's the co-author and she's a journalist. So she helped me get the tone right. So it's more engaging and entertaining, was to give people that important information that they can make a change in their lives, and that change can come quite quickly. You have time to make that positive change to your diet that will help not only help with COVID, but also help improve your overall health and that of your family. So the book is written so that first it tells you why, like we've been talking about, and then the second half is how, and it's how to adopt a ketogenic diet safely with your physician's guidance, and how to avoid some of those side effects that some people experience early on that they call the keto flu. And then how to maintain that change in lifestyle. I've been keto for about 8 years now, and I haven't had as much as a sniffle for 8 years. So, touch wood, right? But yeah, I don't get anything anymore. And I mean, I'm exposed to it like anybody else is, but I give that to the ketogenic diet. I personally lost, and I was in good shape. I had no health issues when I started this about 10 years ago. And I guess about 8 years ago. And I have, I lost about 27 pounds of mid-abdominal body fat. And I lost that within about 12 weeks. And, but I never had any other real health issues. Like I didn't have any hyperglycemia or any blood pressure issues or anything. So I was in good health already, but I like to think I'm in even better health. I mean, there's good health and then there's optimal health, right?
Yes.
And one of the ways you know that you're in optimal health is you just don't get infectious diseases when they come around, because your immune system is optimized and you recover from injury quicker and you feel you have more energy and you sleep better. And all of these other things that people experience when they've adopted a ketogenic diet, there's sort of for some people, there's kind of an aha moment where their body suddenly switches to producing these ketones, and that gets in their brain as a fuel. And my friends jokingly call it the Harper high. They said, I just woke up one day and I just felt fantastic. And of all the people I've counseled over the years on ketogenic diets, that's the one completely consistent thing. Not everybody loses weight necessarily. Not everybody improves their health conditions as much as they can. Most people do, but everyone says they just feel fantastic. And some people say, I haven't felt this way in 10 years, right?
Yes.
So that's when you know you're in good health. So in that acts of illness, like, when you're obese, right? Because you can stand in a mirror and turn sideways and tell if you're obese or not. How do you know if you're inflamed? Well, you hurt, you look very young, but I'm a little older, what happens as you get older is you start hurting more, and that's that inflammation that's building up in your system, systemic inflammation we call it. And so what happens after you adopt a ketogenic diet is you just hurt less. And then what about insulin resistance? Well, the best way I've found, I mean, you can measure your blood sugar, but just in your own personal life, it's that kind of brain fog. When you start getting that brain fog, as you get older, a little bit of mild cognitive impairment, perhaps, that's something that can suddenly change when you adopt a ketogenic diet. One woman I was counseling said, it's like you pulled cotton wool out of my brain that's been there for 10 years, and I'm thinking clearly for the first time. So that's a sign. If you have that brain fog and can't remember things and so on, that's a sign that you're probably insulin resistant. And as I mentioned earlier, with Alzheimer's, we now also think of that, some of us, as a type 3 diabetes. It's an insulin resistance of the brain. So if you're feeling that brain fog, that means your brain is becoming insulin resistant, and that can lead to Alzheimer's disease. It's certainly inflammatory, which can lead to all kinds of problems. So that can be reversed with the ketones on a ketogenic diet.